So I'm in the studio with Black Pegasus, aka Black P, Roberto Houston. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, thank you for having me.
So we've got you in here today. You've got a new album set to be released in July. Robert Houston is the name of the album.
Yes.
But we wanted to kind of get to know you a little bit, and I wanted to just sort of start out by asking you to tell us a little bit about your background and kind of how you got started in rap and hip hop.
Okay. I started when I was really young. I was watching like MTV when MTV actually played music videos and just emulating that. I'm a little bit older, so like I came from that era. So like this was like 95, 94. I'm watching music videos on MTV and I'm seeing all this stuff that I just thought is cool. And actually I just tried to mimic it, and I was really into like trying to be a ninja. So like my pops had all this camera equipment that I would just film like ninja movies and like try to make music videos and little funny skits and stuff like that. And eventually it just turned into something I started liking. In like 96 I started messing around with some of my buddies. They'd bring records over and we'd play the B-side instrumental on my pop's record player and just start freestyling over it. And from there it just kind of just kept growing. Like certain things just kept happening and it just led to me becoming like a full-blown rapper. So.
And now fast forward to 2017 and you've really had a successful career so far. And I mean just recently you've got a new video out on YouTube,
right.
Idolatry, that's got 500,000 views. It seems like you've really had a steady kind of growth as an artist in terms of your fan base.
Right. Well, with Idolatry hitting so hard, it's kind of because I went back to my roots as a lyricist and a hip-hop head. I kind of lost my way for a while. I've been doing this a long time, and when I started, I was really young and very impressionable. And I started out just a boom bap, like, I want to be the illest lyricist alive, da-da-da-da. But on my way, I started touring with other big artists that made, like, let's say, party music. And I kind of fell in that lane where I was, like, trying to cater to this audience and do things that I was enjoying at the time, but it wasn't my absolute heart, you know what I mean? And so I got lost a little bit, lost there, but I'm finding my way back home now, and I'm really getting into my roots of just, like, lyricism, being conscious, and just hip-hop that has substance. And it's just, that's kind of reinvigorated me to actually do what I'm doing. This was actually recorded as my last album just because a lot of things left. But in life, a lot of things happened to me in the last couple of years that have rebuilt that passion and inspiration. So I don't know. This is either my last album or the beginning of a new chapter. I don't know.
And so you say maybe this is your last album, maybe not. Like, what do you hope to see for yourself going forward in your career? You know, where do you go next?
Well, I want to get this record out as far as I can and just see how the people react to it. And my career, it's really just, it's got to be organic, it's got to be natural. Like, if I'm really feeling it and I'm in tune with the music and I'm creating beautiful artwork, I'm going to keep it up, you know what I mean? But if not, I'm not afraid to let go at this point, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to let go of what you love for what you're supposed to do. And I think I'm at that point in my life where what I'm supposed to do as a man in this world is starting to arise, and so I might have to give up something I love to become what I'm actually placed to be here for. But I might be here to spread certain things through music, so it just has to be organic, and I think it's gonna naturally present itself to me.
And my last question, as someone who's kind of who's been around the block, who's sort of seen the ups and downs of the industry, and who's really forged a successful career as an artist, what advice would you have for young rappers in Colorado Springs in particular, trying to kind of get their start right now, trying to get out into the broader music industry?
I mean, the first thing of advice I'd give, and this is just recent because I keep seeing it, is budget. Like, in life, if you don't have if your personal budget, your life isn't together, it's hard to have your music together because, like, everything costs money. You know what I'm saying? So I always be like, keep your overhead low. And, like, it's just, like, simple stuff like, hey, I'm not going to buy beer at the Nuggets game. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, every penny counts. You know what I'm saying? And artists forget that. We're in a weird place where people don't understand the economics of America and where it's at right now. And like the money's not worth as much, and creating the money is sometimes harder unless you're like a YouTuber or really on top of your stuff. If you're on top of your stuff, you can be a little more loose with it. But, you know, if you're just starting out, making sure you have the right budget, you know, have a laptop, have a phone, and become value, bring something to the table. And then, you know, other than that, there's a long list of stuff I would say, like be true to your brand, have a unique story, you know, things of that nature. But really, the music, man. If you can have your budget and then you could record quality music in like a studio or something that can give you that quality, the music is still the foundation. Like if you have dope music, people are attracted to that. People forget and they're like, well, this happening, that happened. Well, you're either not getting your music in front of the right audience or your music's not there. It's just that simple. And I've been through that. My music was not there when I started. I just had a platform where a lot of people were seeing me, but I go back and listen. I can see the flaws in it. So it's just growing, you know?
Yeah. Black Pegasus, Roberto Houston, thank you so much for coming in.
Jacob, my man, I appreciate you reaching out to me. A lot of times local media and stuff like that don't always reach out, and I have a pretty big platform, but I really appreciate it. I love getting out to new people and just being able to say what's up, and I really do appreciate you having me on your platform.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Cool.
Peace.
Like the corners of my mind, misty watercolor memories. Like the corners